Ladies and gentlemen, Griffin Drago here, and welcome to a new series that I'm starting. I'm doing character builds for Skyrim, and this is going to be my first ever. So today we are taking a look at the warrior build. Easy, simple, basic, mostly going to be bare bones. Let's see, for skills, I have armor, light armor. Got that maxed all the way up, Agile Defender. You're going to want to put, whenever you can, a point into Agile Defender. Then I have my one-handed Armsman. You're also going to want to put Armsman, a point into Armsman whenever possible, until you get a chance to put it up to and get Fighting Stance. Once you get Fighting Stance, you can continue to put it here, or basically whatever else you want in there. This is all just the bare bones. The other thing I like to do, is shield. Get my shield wall up, and then power bash, deadly bash, and then disarming bash. And if you don't want to do light armor, you can go with heavy armor. Instead of putting perks in your light armor, put perks into heavy armor. And once I got all those set up, my block, my one-handed, my armor, you can start moving on to other things, like I'll put a point in archery so that my character can use a bow when needed. I will also start throwing stuff into smithing so that I can upgrade my armor. But you gotta have block, one-handed, and armor perks. I suggest getting all that first. Now once you get all the bare bones done, you can start putting it wherever you want, like however you want to build your character. This is just the basic bare bones that you could build off of. Like, smithing is not something you need, but since I got the bare bones done, I started doing that. I also started doing some enchantment, but the bare bones for block, armor, and sword, those are the skills. I'll go over them again. Agile Defender, that's great for light armor. I like to get that maxed out. One-handed, I like to get Armsman maxed out, and then head up to Fighting Stance. And then block. I like to get all that done. Now after that, like I said, move on to whatever else you want. And if you don't like light armor, you can do the heavy armor perk. Heavy armor is a little bit more tricky because it affects your stamina. So now as far as that goes, I have health and stamina. I'm not putting anything into magic. I've ignored that. Put it into health first of all, and then put it into stamina. Every 2 points I would put into stamina. I would go health, and then I would put a point into stamina, and then back to health, and then back to stamina. Now as far as what equipment we have goes, this is the way I like to have my basic. It's just basic. You can use whatever light armor you want. This is just what I put on. And like I said, if you don't like the light armor, you can always go to heavy. But you're going to want a shield. Whatever shield you want. You know, whatever light armor you want. And I'll show you the heavy armor I use when I decide to use heavy armor. And as I said, you can use whatever heavy armor that you enjoy, that you like. So basically, this is the warrior. Also kind of looks like Eric the Slayer. He's got the heavy armor. He went with the opposite of the light armor. Sword, shield.
Don't get too far ahead.
Basic, probably whatever helmet you want. And I use a shield for my sword. I have Dragonbane. Okay, again, you can use whatever sword you want, and I also have a bow for backup for when I need to shoot things from range, like if it's a dragon that I can't quite get to and he doesn't want to land.
And vegetables. It's fun most days, but hard work.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is the build. Stay tuned for other builds, so go ahead and hit that bell. That way you know when I do another build. There will be plenty more.
Yes.
Most of them will be basic, bare bones. Some of them will be a little more extravagant. But tune in and you'll be able to see what I'm doing. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a good one.